Life is super amazing with amazing people. There are many trainers, but there are trainers with a difference. Today's guest is very, very special. He's the co-founder of Common Caller, and he's also the co-founder of a beautiful initiative called Koshish. Koshish means practice, trying to make a difference, and a step, initiative, and whatnot to be the light in the lives of so many who cannot afford, who do not have skills, or who are not aware of those skills. So I'm super happy to welcome Varun Jaggi. Welcome, sir.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
So जब हम स्कूल में होते हैं, when we are in school, we don't think, okay, I'll be a corporate trainer or I'll be a soft skills trainer, because we are not aware of all this. So how did you become one?
Well, to be honest, as a kid, मेरे को यही लगता था कि I wanted to become a scientist, a mathematician. That is what we feel during the initial years of our school life. But then, as you gradually go up the grades, then you realize कि नहीं यार, मेरी strengths यहाँ पर है, weaknesses यहाँ पर है. Then you choose a conventional career option. So for me, it was hospitality, and I chose hospitality. Worked there for some time. And while working in that process, somewhere I realized that there was a teacher in me, there was a trainer in me. Which sometimes it's funny to say, but came out in front of guests while I was interacting with them, and it came out in front of my teachers. That counseling approach towards everything, that too much of hand movement all the time. Somebody told me that you have all the qualities of that teacher. So gave it a try, started. And initially, I started teaching English. That's how I started 2 years ago. Now, I am now also a corporate trainer, and Common Caller happened. So, it's a roller coaster ride. It has been a roller coaster ride, and I think we've just started. And, I never thought of becoming, a corporate trainer as such, but maybe, that's what life had for me, and, that's what.
Beautiful. Please share more about your initiative, Common Caller.
Sure. So Common Caller is my company. It's my baby. I founded in 2020. It's just been 2 years. I also have my co-founder, Arjun Nanda, with me. He's also on LinkedIn. So Common Caller was basically started to promote communication skills across sectors. Like we have different collars, white collar, blue collar, all these collars. So we wanted to cover it with a creative approach कि यार जितने भी कॉलर वाले इंडिया में काम करते हैं, सबको कम्युनिकेशन का गिफ्ट दिया जाए, सबको पर्सनालिटी का गिफ्ट दिया जाए, लेबर को स्किल्ड बनाया जाए. ये सब करते करते 1 साल निकल गया, 1.5 साल निकल गया. Then we figured out कि यार let's venture into the student community. Then we started Koshish. So a very little community that we started in horse cars. So some of you must have been to horse cars, and there is a very local attraction there called Deer Park. So that is where we started our community with just 6 members on the first day, and now we are 200 plus members and counting. And thank you. So we want to reach a new level maybe next year. So definitely enjoying the process. That's how. And very, very important part of the process, it's completely free for all the students. So that is the main initiative part of what Koshish is.
I'm so happy. Dr. Kiran Bedi will be super happy to bless you in this initiative. And I'm sure you can take it forward to many NGOs. Many parts of the world will benefit with your initiative. And Common Caller, I love the name. I love the dream. Thank you so much for inspiring so many and coming up with such an initiative. And we all need it at all levels. So what is the secret of your smile?
I am usually a very jolly person. I'm the one who jokes. I'm the one who makes everyone laugh in the group. So, that's how somewhere my personality also happened to develop, during my childhood years, because I was the talkative kid. I was the joke maker. I was the sarcastic one. So, somehow it's just on my face. Even when I'm not smiling, people ask me, "Has kyo rahe ho?" So that is the kind of expressions that I always has. Always witty, just flexible, fun to go around with.
What is the
Helps a
secret of
lot.
your happiness? Yeah.
Okay. Happiness. Okay. So happiness and smile are two different things for me. I think happiness has more to do on the inside. Uh, Once it reflects, on the inside, it comes out, and, it is expressed in different forms, of which smile is very, a very proper expression of it. And sometimes when we are happy from inside, some people speak more, some people usually stay quiet and celebrate among themselves. So all of us, I believe, have different approach अपनी happiness को express करने के लिए.
Yes.
And it's a long road, I think. I still to figure out actually what happiness truly means.
वैसे शादी
But
हो गई
still,
आपकी?
नहीं अभी I am तो अभी
तभी ठीक है. Great. So my next question is, all of us face ups and downs, as
right.
entrepreneur and generally in life, nobody can escape failures. So how do you face them?
Well, I think there are two things that I always take in account for to, move to, be ahead of my failures always. Number one is, I'm very inspired by this. One thing that MS Dhoni said is worry about the controllables. So if you have, you always worry about the controllables, you don't worry about what's not in your hand. The result is never in your hand. So that is one thing which I always stick to, my approach. And second thing is, which is very important, is, to get past your failures is you should be someone who keeps themselves self-motivated all the time. Because the biggest challenge, not just in entrepreneurship, I think we all as individuals today, whatever we are doing, सबका थोड़ा side hustle है, सबका थोड़ा काम के साथ साथ कुछ hobby है, anything that we are doing, I think self motivated रखना अपने आप को सबसे जरूरी है. So
ये
these
कैसे
are the
रखें
two
हम?
things.
कैसे रखें?
ये हम ऐसे रख सकते हैं कि मैं क्या करता हूँ, मैं आपको अपना अप्रोच बताता हूँ. So I keep myself surrounded with content that inspires me. I think just like the food we consume builds up our personality, builds up our health, similarly, the kind of content that we consume prepares certain mindset for us. So I am very, very experimental with the content that I consume. Some days I am listening to a regional podcast out of a village. Someday I am sitting on Joe Rogan's podcast. So there is very, very much variety, and I think that variety and at the same time, focusing on the content that will help me build that mindset, keep myself motivated कि यार लोगों को नहीं पता मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ, but I know what I'm doing. And having that vision, even if it's 1 week down the line, visions बहुत बड़े नहीं होते, बहुत बार 1 साल दूर नहीं होते, 10 साल दूर नहीं होते, कभी कभी they are just 1 week away, 2 weeks away, 4 weeks away. So whatever my vision for the week, for the day, for the month, I just look at that and just surround myself with content, and of course other people who are successful in the same field. I just look up to them.
Amazing. I love this learning. Be self-motivated and be aware of the content. And I also like worry about the controllables. Simple.
Yes.
Beautiful answers. Loving it. So what are the lessons you learned from your parents? One from mother, one from dad.
Okay. Well, there are of course a lot of lessons which parents are our first teachers, and this is what we have heard in our school life also. But if I have to select one from my father always tells me that be honest with your work. Because some people are very, uh, very humble. They don't ask you too many questions. They trust you with their service. They trust you with your services. They trust you with your approach, your whatever you are providing value to them. So my father always told me that, son, whenever you are going out in the world and serving someone, and that person is, doing some kind of favor to you or paying you, just be honest with your work. and rest everything will be taken care of. And okay, so and one from my mom. I think my mom has always taught me to help other people. As in, even if I have to go that extra mile to help somebody, she always says me that if you help someone, God helps you. Now this this may sound maybe cliche, or some people will say कि यार ये तो बोलते ही हैं सब, but I have experienced this firsthand in my life that if I help someone with the best of my ability, even in my bad times are taken care of by God.
200%.
And that's my experience so far, and I won't move from. I will be on that forever.
What are you proud about yourself? Wow, Varun, mast hai yaar tu.
Well, I am not. I won't say I'm proud, but I think I'm happy and proud. I can't name the two feelings and I mix them up, but I'll say part happy and part proud. Is when I realized that we should always think from the other person's perspective, and that is what is the skill that I have excelled at now, which earlier I did not have. So now I'm proud of that skill. And I really don't impose my thoughts on somebody. I listen to them. I think from their perspective. And if there's a requirement to speak up, I speak. Otherwise, best to stay quiet and just observe, enjoy the show.
Beautiful. And your happiest moments too.
Two of my happiest moments. Okay. The first one was when I got my first project, when I started as a corporate trainer, because this was not something which I conventionally pursued. So that happiness of getting the first call, the happiness of getting that first client, that first proposal approved, and the happiness of just going out with your friends and celebrating that one moment and that one day is just so special. So that was one. And one maybe I'll take from my childhood, just to go back a little. So I had my 5th birthday, and it was the most special birthday of my life. My parents had a very big celebration for that, and all the relatives, all the family members, neighbors of neighbors, everybody came in, and I after my birthday celebration was over, I had close to 200 and 250 gifts in my room.
Wow.
And I was up for the whole night, unpacking them for the whole night. And, I still remember the day I got so many gifts. That was one of the best days of my life.
I love your memory, and I am sure you're very organized and methodical also. So I'm super proud of you. And
thank you so much.
Thank you. So abhi one word answer खेलते हैं. हाँ, life in one word.
Life in one word is just, I'd say, okay, that's a tough one, but life in one word is living.
Happiness in one word.
Happiness in one word is family.
Training in one word.
Connecting with people.
People in one word.
Okay, people in one word. Oh. Everyone is the same.
Yes.
I can.
Father in one word.
Your guiding light.
Mother in one word.
Motivator.
Varun in one word.
Friend.
Thank you so much for being a super friend, and I wish you all the best for all your future endeavors. Thank you so much for the gift of your time and wisdom.
Pleasure. I would like to say I thoroughly enjoyed the interaction, and it was such a great one. I got the time to introspect as well. So thank you so much, sir. It's always a pleasure. Looking forward to more. Thank you.